Hey, before we dive in, a quick heads up. This series is called Validating the BPD Life, and that's exactly what it's here to do. Validate the experience of living with borderline personality disorder, hopefully making you feel a little less alone. That said, if you don't have BPD, there's still value here, especially if you've loved or currently love someone who does. But fair warning, we'll be talking about some heavy stuff. Self-harm, self-destructive behavior, hospitalizations, and a lot of emotional pain. You might feel grief, guilt, anger, rage, shame, or confusion while watching. And if you do, that makes sense. Don't judge yourself for feeling anything. Don't shame yourself for being triggered. Emotions show up for a reason, even if you don't know that reason right away. If it helps, try saying, "It makes sense I'd feel this way after everything I've been through." And if you've ever been hospitalized or felt like you were losing your mind, I wrote a book about my own experience at a psych ward, and you can grab it at the link right here. Or here. To be honest, I'm not sure where I'm going to put it, so I'm just going to say grab it. It supports the work I do and might help you feel a little less lonely on this journey. All right, without further delay and nothing more to say, buckle up, Buttercup. It is time to walk the middle path towards common humanity and a wise mind. I used to think there were only two options. One, hold a grudge like a flaming sword of justice. Or two, forgive and forget and become some peace-flavored doormat. Turns out, like most things in life, and literally everything in DBT, the truth lives in the dialectic. You can remember everything and still let go of the poison. You can hold your anger and also set it down when it starts holding you. Let's get honest, the word grudge has been used to shame survivors of harm into silence. You're too angry. You're still not over that? You need to learn to forgive, are just a few of the common invalidating phrases thrown at survivors in regards to the word grudge. People rarely say that to the person who did the damage. Funny how that works. The dialectic is this. Yes, sometimes what we call a grudge is really simply the part of us that never got justice, never got closure, or never got an apology. And also, sometimes our grudge morphs into a story about us. I'm the one who was wronged. I'll never let anyone in again. No one is safe. It's not that those stories are necessarily untrue. It's that they become cages if we never open the door. Not all anger is toxic. Some of it is holy. Here's the thing. You get to be angry. You get to be furious, in fact. Anger is the body's way of saying, this is not okay. It's not the problem. It's the messenger. And what we do with that message, well, that's where our power lives. Sometimes it says, this person should never be allowed near me again. They don't get access to my healing. Or, I don't owe them anything, not even closure. That's not bitterness. That's a boundary. Willfulness is gripping the pain like it's the only proof that it happened. Willingness is saying, I trust myself enough now to put this down without forgetting who gave it to me. Willingness says, I can grieve what happened. I can protect myself without building a prison. I can feel anger without letting it rot me from the inside. Willfulness might scream, never forgive! Willingness might whisper, maybe I don't have to burn everything down to feel safe. Radical acceptance, even when the idea makes you gag. Radical acceptance doesn't mean the harm was okay. It means it happened. It's part of your story now. You get to choose whether it gets the final word. Radical acceptance is letting the truth be the truth. Letting your now be different from your then. Letting your nervous system finally exhale. And yeah, sometimes it feels like vomiting. Other times, it's like setting down a 200-pound backpack you forgot you were wearing. Here's a final thought. I didn't hold a grudge because I was petty. I held it because it was the only thing that felt like justice when no one else stood up for me. And now? I'm learning that real justice sometimes looks like refusing to let the worst people shape who I become. Forgiveness might never happen, and that's valid. Letting go doesn't mean letting them off the hook. It can mean unhooking yourself from their story. And finally, writing your own.